Good afternoon. Thank you for coming. I'm Constable Tanya Vizentine, Media Relations Officer for the Vancouver Police. Tanya's T-A-N-I-A. Vizentine is V-I-S-I-N-T-I-N. Police are looking for dashcam video in a new area of interest related to the murder of Iqbal Grewal last week. The 23-year-old was murdered on September 16th. He was found shot dead in front of a house near Knight Street and East 64th Avenue. Police believe his murder is related to gang activity. As mentioned in my previous news conference, investigators have determined that a burnt-out GMC terrain found in Richmond shortly after the murder is related to the case. Police are asking for drivers to come forward with dashcam video from September 16th between 7 and 8 p.m. in the area of Westminster Highway between Knight Street and Nelson Road in Richmond. Investigators are making progress in this case and are thankful for the video that they have received. Anyone with additional information or dashcam video is asked to call investigators at 604-717-2500. Any questions?
How many video you received so far?
I don't have the exact phone number, but I do know that through obtaining a bunch of information throughout the past coming days, information has led investigators to be alerted to another area, and that is why we're coming forward today to request video from that new area in Richmond. Anything on the phone? Okay. Okay, now we'll move on to a stabbing that happened yesterday. So Vancouver Police are investigating a stabbing that occurred in Yaletown yesterday and are looking for witnesses and possible additional victims to come forward. Police were called to Nelson Street and Expo Boulevard Thursday afternoon in response to a 911 call of a man with a knife. The suspect had stabbed a man, threatened bystanders, and tried to stab a passing vehicle. Investigators do believe this was a random attack. After a short foot pursuit, the suspect, who's a 46-year-old Vancouver man, was located on the seawall and arrested. The 28-year-old victim found his own way to hospital and was recovering from his injuries. We feel that additional people have been confronted by the same man that day and have not called police, so we would like to hear from them. So we are asking for any witnesses or any additional victims out there to please call our investigators at 604-717-2541. Also, we're looking for dash cam of anyone that was in the area around Marina Side Crescent and Pacific Boulevard between 11 a.m. and 12 p.m. on Thursday to also provide that information to investigators. And again, if people would like to remain anonymous, they can always call Crime Stoppers at 1-800-222-8477.
About the injured person?
I don't have information. I do know that he brought himself to hospital and he's now recovering with injuries. Yeah. Okay. Anything on the phone? No? So what would you like to know about Project Blitz?
What and who going to be focused on?
Mm-hmm. So Project Blitz was a investigation or a project that was launched by our patrol officers 2 years ago in April 2018. So those officers have received information that a man named Michael Dombrowski was selling illicit drugs from his residence. This man had previous documented incidents for violent offenses, so he is a violent offender. So our officers launched this project almost 2 years ago, and it targeted violent offenders and drug traffickers who are known to take advantage of vulnerable people, mainly in East Vancouver. So through this investigation, we had Mr. Dombrowski pled guilty to several of those charges. Typically, projects of this extent are done by people in investigators in our investigative section in those specialty units. As they're very lengthy, they're laborious, and they take a lot of time. As you can see, this one took 2 years. But this just shows the hard work of our patrol officers, their determination, and how passionate they were to getting this violent criminal off the streets. So it was really great police work on their end.
So are you expecting to arrest more persons?
So we do constantly have these types of projects going on, so I can't really speak to that. But just relating to this, this project is concluded as he did plead guilty. So all their hard work paid off. Yeah. Okay, and I just want to clarify one more thing, if I can, yeah. So we would like to clarify some information that has been circulating on social media the past week. The Vancouver Police have not had any reports of abductions or attempted abductions in the city. Earlier this week, we have had reports of suspicious circumstances that occurred mainly in the Mount Pleasant neighborhood. At this point, we have no reason to believe that the public is at risk, nor do we have evidence that should give us or make us believe that a public warning should be issued. However, we are taking these incidents of suspicious circumstances very seriously. We are looking into them further, and we're speaking to those that have called police. All of our frontline patrol officers have been made aware of these incidents and are on the lookout and are there to respond should anyone else call 911. So just to reiterate, we haven't had any of these incidents reported to us. They haven't been abductions. Our officers are very alive and aware as to what is going on. And of course, anytime anybody sees anything suspicious or your gut tells you that something is not right, we do ask you to call 911. And if there is anything down the road or in the future, anytime we do fear that the public is at risk, we will 100% disclose that information. But at this time, we have no information to issue a warning. Okay. Any more questions? Anything on the phone, Sam? Okay. All right. Thank you.